You know, why not? Let's continue and see what Marceline has to offer. The Steps of Faith. I'm pretty sure this is the starter quest to, I believe it's an 8-man dungeon, otherwise known as a trial or like mini raid. I don't know, whatever. We'll see. It's probably a trial, to be honest, because it's one boss that you fight the entire time whilst dealing with the other kind of things you could do during this fight. Anyway, we'll see. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a short video, just like getting us to that trial slash dungeon. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the Steps of Faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as the foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danafin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the Steps of Faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I should hope that includes us as well, yes? Up walk Thancred, Y'shtola, Ida, Papalymo. The signs of the seventh dawn? We could not well stand idly by while the horde threatens the good people of Ishgard, says Y'shtola. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against all that Master Louisoix has taught us, says Papalymo. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into 2 groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. Right, if the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the horde. I expected there to be more conversation about Y'shtola and Thancred doing the foreguard, quote unquote. We'll speak with Marceline and see what happens here. I trust you are ready then? Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield. Wait, it's level synced? Okay. Sure. I thought this was the frickin' dungeon. We see a large gate. A gigantic dragon has taken up flight beyond this gate and then landed on the long stretch of stone pathways, like man-made stone pathways up to a gate. Has some other drakes around. Okay, I guess we're just going? We claim this victory this day, or Ishgard falls, says Lucia. Accept the fury into your heart and defend this bridge with your life's blood. We fight to protect our home, to protect Ishgard. I don't know what to do, but as you kind of approach, some smaller drakes and dragons come to defend the large one.
Let's finish this quickly, shall we?
I shall make it quick.
Lots of talk of quickness. The smaller drakes are not long for this world. Oh shit, there's a large line attack, which I got hit by, and continue to get hit by. Okay. So there's a large line attack of fire that you will get hit by because it's a very short indicator, but you can also get out of it because it's an ongoing line attack. So if you stand in it, you'll get hit by fire, 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 etc. It's just get out of it as soon as you can. If you get by like 1 or 2 ticks of it, not a big deal. If you get by a lot of it, you're an idiot, which I was at the beginning. There's a giant, like, armored kind of turtle dragon kind of thing, which is down. Oh, I'm sorry. It's at 40%. Oh, 25. 5. And there's a barrier strength gauge, which is currently at 30. And the giant dragon dude does like this line attack along the entire platform that you cannot get out of. So, like, we're all stunned right now, it looks like. And, I guess we're supposed to just fall back and run from it. So that's what we're doing. We're all running from this gigantic column line attack thing. Trying to get out of it in time.
Ether, to me.
And it touches down. It does the giant attack, which no one was in the range for because we all ran. And now Vishap, the giant dragon, Vishap, V-I-S-H-A-P, is just kind of standing here while we're attacking it. Oh shit, we gotta kind of spread out so we don't hit each other with these AoEs here. It's one of those, like, group-wide things where, you just don't want to overlap the AoE, so you can kind of spread out. Bishop is at 90. He's casting fireballs. Let's hit him with some... Oh, shit. He's got some directional AoE kind of things that I think are going to be pushbacks. And yes, it was. So I got pushed back into another AoE, which I should have avoided. I don't have the appropriate level to use my cure, which I forgot to kind of pay attention to. He's got a large frontal kind of semicircle AoE. He's got a flame breath as well, which is a cone, which has no real foreshadowing. It's just one of those things you gotta just avoid, step out of after it happens. Bishop is destroying the wards which you are supposed to be protecting right now. But literally that's how this fight is programmed. Like, how are you supposed to be expected to defend things? We are supposed to fall back once again. Vishap is just raining down fireballs. There's a bunch of other drakes, dragons, wyverns, etc. that are kind of have joined his force and are kind of harrying us back toward like the big defensive barrier, I suppose is what you might call it. And I guess our task now is just to take down as many of these as you can as quickly as you can. They're not in any way set up for AoE takedowns, so just kill them one by one as quickly as you can. You can kind of target like the highest HP ones and then mostly do your rotations unhindered on those guys. He'll summon some like armored kind of turtle dragon kind of things too. Horde Transcendence is what they are called. They take a lot. Either they take less damage from your attacks or they have much more hit points. Either way, they will be a thing that you can focus on to make the most of your time.
This one'll sting.
If I could be a freaking gigantic, like, armored turtle dragon, that'd be sweet as heck, man. Like, that's a cool idea in general. Like, let me make a D&D character. Looks like an armored turtle dragon. I mean, they have kind of turtle kind of a race. They're not called Tortu. What are they called? Somebody in my current campaign has one. I can't remember what they're called, but and I've seen they're shit. What are they called? Don't fucking run next, guys. For fuck's sake. The NPCs in this, when they get hit, when they get targeted by those AoEs that focus solely on them, they will run straight fucking to you. And you also have that AoE that's targeted only on you. But like, you're trying to avoid them, but they're not nearly smart enough to do the same, so they're just gonna run straight into you. And that's fine, that's awesome, it's super fun and stuff. Dude will continue unleashing AoEs on you and everyone. Circular, conal, large, like really large, kind of semicircular, etc. Flame breath is probably going to be a frontal thing I should avoid here. Yep, I got hit by one of it, but again, it's one of those things that's not supposed to do a lot of damage, like ongoing. There's no way I can beat this dude, so I'm wondering when this ends and we get to the point where we encounter the dungeon or trial that has been what you need to do in the past. He's at 50% just as of now, and that barrier that we were at is down. Barrier down. We are being chased by wyverns, drakes, little dragons, whatever you want to call them, worms, whatever. Papalimo tells us we have to protect the final ward. We are once again killing individual dragons, wyverns, drakes to just take them down one by one because they are not any kind of grouping to be taken down in AoE. If you're a tank, you might be able to round them up in a certain amount of time, so that it actually, you know, makes sense to try to take them down in AoE fashion. But I'm not on a tank right now. I couldn't tell you. These guys are grouped, kind of AoE. See how long they last in AoE. Long enough. Long enough, in my opinion. The Horde Shield Dragon, which is like an actual full dragon, not as big as Vishap, but big. Kind of regular, quote-unquote, dragon size, I suppose. Bishop just keeps taking people out with his flame breath, which, you know, as a player you can notice and walk out of, but as NPCs they don't. Well, they're either programmed not to walk out of it, or the NPC doesn't see that they should walk out of it in time to avoid it. That Dragoon, which we have a lot of experience with because we have certain levels of Dragoon under our belt, is in this fight, jumping in and out of it, as Dragoons are wont to do. Oh gosh. So I'm gonna let him do that. No, shit, wait. Okay. I almost read that wrong. I thought I did, honestly, read it wrong. There's a lot of AoEs you need to avoid to survive this quest, basically. Scorching Breath is what he's been casting, or trying to cast for a long time here, and I don't know. Defeat Vishap before the knights lose their resolve. He's at 15%. I can't defeat him alone. I don't have a limit break, so just keep doing your thing here, I suppose. He's at 85. Knight's resolve is at 85. 80. So you have a certain amount of seconds to do your DPS alone while they're all getting hit up. I guess it looks like they're all getting hit by this ongoing frontal gigantic cone kind of AoE. The resolve is at 65. Let's I'm a red mage, so I'm gonna like teleport to this dude, do my melee kind of combo and teleport back, and I think I'm successful. Vishap just falls to the ground. And the duty is complete. So this used to be a hard 8-man thing. You had to coordinate who was going up to the towers to like man the ballista. And then once I started doing it, which is later in the game's like, you know, life, it wasn't hard. You could just everybody focused on the dragon the entire time except for the ads. And you were easily able to down it. But now it's just a duty that you just do on your own with NPCs, I guess. Ishgardian Knight. The dragons, they're withdrawing. Victory is ours. You all watch the dragons, drakes, wyverns, etc. fly away. The Ishgardian banners hang victoriously. You walk forward a few paces as you guys watch the dragons fly away. Empty, clear skies as far as anybody can see. Estinian, the dragoon I was talking about earlier, one of Nidhogg's greatest champions, slain. The horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter, I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. God, I miss playing Final Fantasy XI sometimes. He squats, Estinian squats, and then launches himself into the air as only a dragoon will. Launches himself up and out of sight. We are in front of Ishgard, between those two really massive gates. The air is red with falling snow or ash. The scions are here. Save Medphilia. Alphino. Cutscene fade to black with Alphino. Mercy, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my crystal braves were not found wanting. Emmerich walks up with a couple knights in tow. Commander Levalier, Mercy, true to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. He walks off toward the first gate. Alphino looks at Y'shtola, Ida, Papalymo, Thancred, yourself, in a round. We have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And, mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Orsian Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against the dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van, he says to you. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilberd back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squad suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. Again, I apologize for not being in a particular state to appropriately do accents. Thancred says, we will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. He walks off, as do the other scions that were in attendance. And we are going to use our free teleport, free return to the Rising Stones. Because I do not foresee myself taking a whole lot more time to do recordings tonight. I've done quite a number, and the alcohol is not leaning toward properly enunciating in the way that I wish that I could at all times. Sometimes I seem to sacrifice enunciation for brevity or speed. And that is not who I wish to be. But it is what it is. Even when sober, I find myself in that struggle of speed versus proper and full enunciation. Anyway, we are talking to Minfilia inside the Solar of the Rising Stones. Mercy, welcome back. Alphino sent word of the siege, and, of course, of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Mercy. Thank you. We are given the choice of skill speed +4, spell speed +4. I have a white mage, paladin, dragoon, and red mage. I'm gonna go spell speed, because dragoon probably benefits more from crit, and paladin benefits more from tenacity, so we'll just do spell speed for red mage and white mage. That is the end of this video. I shall see you next time. Thank you for sticking with me. Hope you enjoyed at least a portion of it, and yeah. Talk to you soon. Later.